Every classroom that works, when you walk into it, the first thing you notice is that kids are involved, kids are engaged in the classroom. Part of the problem with classes that are not that way is that there's a mindset from the instructor, from the teacher that's thinking, well, why aren't these kids participating? And it's pointing fingers elsewhere. That mindset's got to change. The mindset you want to have is the only reason that kids are in school is because their friends are there and it's the law. We need to make education engaging, relevant, and interesting. That means from the moment they walk in, they feel part of a process. They're compelled to be engaged. When teachers ask questions, the kids want to answer, and if they don't know the answer to the question, they raise their hand anyways. And in the classes that are working, teachers set up rules. They create climate for engagement so that kids are involved all the time. They participate because they have more control over the class, more control over what they want to do, and it turns out to be just a great experience every day. Ebony Kelly is an ELL teacher that absolutely embodies enrichment. She supports her students through consistent teacher collaboration, real-life lesson problem solving, and increasing their vocabulary with complex discussions. This enrichment in action is a thing of beauty to watch.
I want you to share with me what you wrote down or what your illustration is about, okay? And again, remember my question was, what's your favorite Shel Silverstein's poem, okay? So I want you to tell me that. Use some calling tips. Johanna!
The poem is the boa contractor because it's kind of like he's eating a person and he's singing like rhymes like heel with the snake. He's like it's always getting to like up to him.
I like the way you told me the exact title of what your favorite poem was, and you also gave me some reasons why that was your favorite poem, and I can see that. I incorporate a lot of different learning styles, so we move around a lot with a lot of kinesthetics, a lot of energy in the room in terms of having kids share out, sharing with each other, using manipulatives. Anytime I can bring in realia, any kind of real life representation to help complement the lesson, I make sure to do that as well. So anything that's visual that can accompany the written presentation, I use. We're gonna act out what the boy is doing in the poem. Yes.
My dad gave me $1 bill because I'm his mother's son, and I swap it for 2 shiny quarters because 2 is more than 1.
Okay, at this point we should have an ending value. Okay, let's discuss this. Okay, how much did the boy start off with? How much did he start with? How much did his dad give him initially? Did you know?
$1.
$1. He had $1, a dollar bill, exactly. $1, $1 bill, exactly. Right. So, who was the first person he encountered? Who was the first person he met? UA?
Lou.
Lou. And what kind of interaction did he and Lou have?
Huh?
What happened between him and Lou? He and Lou?
And he swapped 2 quarters for 3 dimes.
Okay, so he swapped.
Well, in the schools that are struggling, we see teacher asking questions such as, what's wrong with this kid? Why isn't he more motivated? How come this isn't happening? Well, how come he's just like his older brother? Like those kinds of questions they're asking all about the kids, the kids, the kids. In the schools that are succeeding, what we see are teachers keep asking themselves, what do I need to do differently to meet their needs? Instead of wondering, how will this kid turn out? They say, what do I need to do in order to ensure this kid does not fail? So the notion of failure is not an option is really embedded into the teachers that succeed every year in schools that are really doing well.
Never give up.